welcome back to that God Power channel. This is the channel where we unlock the God Power laying dormant inside of you. But first, today, what I want to talk about is 6 steps to unlocking your God Power. Because I've never taught y'all how to unlock the God Power. We've talked about what God Power is. We've talked about how to use it. We've even talked to other people who use it. But we've never explored how to unlock it. So, for today, I will explore how to unlock God Power. And these are the 6 most important steps that I think are necessary for you to unlock human capability 2.0. But before we get started, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And also click the little bell button down there so you can get notified every time that I post new content. Because we're going to be going over a lot of in-depth material on God Power. But with no further ado, let's jump into today's 6 steps to unlock God Power. Step number 1, practice faith. Faith is super important because a lot of things, they depend on your level of faith. How much faith do you have? I would say that all things depend on your level of faith, honestly. It depends on what level of faith you have in order for things to manifest on this world. So if you wanted to unlock your God Power, you'd have to practice using your faith. And in other videos that I've done, I've actually showed examples of how I practiced my faith early on in my walk. And things that I used to do, the example that I gave before was the traffic lights. And if you missed that example, it's I'll put the link to the video that it's in the description. But I wanted to share another example of how I practice my faith. So when maybe like a couple years back, I lived in Greensboro, and this is the time when I was at my rock bottom. I was at the lowest point I've ever been. I didn't have any money. I didn't have a job. I slept on a couch, actually, you know what I'm saying? And at times, there were days where I didn't know where my meal would come from. I didn't know I was going to eat that day. I didn't know I was going to have money to move around that day. But that is where I learned true faith, and that's where God, started intervening and showing me, even if you don't think you have something, I have everything, and I can give it to you at will. So that increased my faith and allowed me a space to practice my faith, because I couldn't go any further down. So that was my faith practice. And whatever your faith practice has to be, make it personal, make it individual. Try something small first, and then move to bigger things until you can put all your faith into the God. Second on the list to unlock your God Power is defeat procrastination. This one is huge. All of us at some point in our lives have suffered from that dirty procrastination, which is red flagged by the sentence, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it in an hour, I'll do it next week. Anytime you ever hear that, you should automatically have a red flag in your mind like, fuck, I'm procrastinating. And defeat procrastination. For that is step 2. If you can defeat procrastination and do it now, then your life will become so much more productive. You will become so much more efficient, and you'll get so much more done. Just living in the mindset of do it now. Step 3, self-discipline. This is a huge one, because self-discipline, it gives you control over yourself. Oddly enough, it's very, very uncommon on this planet that people are fully self-disciplined. We're mostly driven by our urges and our cravings, and also our temptations. That's what drives us to do the things that we do. When you become self-disciplined, even when your stomach says, I'm hungry, you talk back to your stomach. You say, no, nigga, it's not time to eat yet. So you wait instead of going to go get that food. Like, that's the difference between somebody who's self-disciplined and somebody who is driven by their urges and cravings. Think on that. So step 3 is definitely self-discipline. Once you conquer self-discipline, you are well on your way to unlocking the God Power inside of you. Step 4, eliminate all fear. Now, this is huge as well. in order to eliminate all fear, you have to even understand what fear is. And maybe I'll do a whole video on what fear is so that we can break down what fear is, because fear is very complex. It's not just monsters in the dark. Oh shit, I'm scared. That's not necessarily all of fear. Fear is coupled with doubts. So anytime that there's doubts present, usually fear is right there by its side, or it's the one driving those doubts. Fear is like, I'm not good enough. Well, maybe if I try this, I'll waste my time because it'll fail. That shit is all fear. If you can eliminate fear from your life and move, just do it now. You know what I'm saying? Don't live with procrastination. Eliminate fear. Like, what could stop you at that point? Do you understand where we're going with this? Like, no fear, no procrastination. You're the most efficient, carefree, just going with the flow person. But you're not just going with the flow. You're going with your intuition, which is being led by the God because of your faith. Oh my God. You feel me though? So step 5 is increase your spiritual strength. Also, mental and physical strength is a part of that. So increase your overall strength. And you have to increase your spiritual strength. This means pray. Get a relationship with God to the point where you can hear his voice. And it's not an audible thing for me. It's not an audible thing that I hear God. It's more of a knowing. And that's how it's always been. And that's how I recognize the God's voice. And that comes from a lot of spiritual training, which is praying every day throughout the day. Meditating on the word, or meditating on just God inside of me, the power that I feel. Like, this is increasing your spiritual strength. Go read your Bibles. Go read the word. Go read what God was talking about, what he wants you to do on the earth. Because that will like clear up a lot of misconceptions that you may have, and it'll give you direction and guidance. So increasing your spiritual strength, again, like I said, mental and physical goes along with that. So treating your body like a temple, literally. That means like working out, eating right, getting the right amount of sleep. All that is important to unlocking your God power, to making sure that everything is working right with your physical body as well. And mentally, continue to learn, continue to question everything that you know, and learn, educate yourself. That way you'll have the Trinity package right there. You'll have the spirit, the mind, and the body. Boom. Step number 6 is the easiest and the most complex. Step number 6 is to let go and let God. So all that is saying is release your control over things and allow them to be. You already know what you want the outcome to be. Work to get to that point and release your control and let it be. That is how you unlock your God power. And that's the 6 steps. I'll go through it one more time. It's practice your faith, defeat procrastination, self-discipline, eliminate fear, increase your spiritual, mental, physical strength, and let go and let God. If you do those 6 things, God power will be unlocked to you and you'll experience it. Now, will you be able to hold on to it? That's up to you. But at least you will experience it if you follow those 6 things. Thank you for listening to the video, everybody. Again, subscribe, share this with your friends if you like the message. And remember, you got that God power.
Loving the God power. I got the God power.
Tapping the source, calling the vibes. I just thank God I'm alive. I just thank God that I'm fly.